it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're getting a burger, you probably might get a burger with something else. But yeah, people. So like we're planning. Hopefully Boston, if that goes through for the month of August.
Yeah, and if Milwaukee Tools wants to plan anything, let me know.
I feel like I got something else in the middle of the month. Maybe Yanni's cousin's birthday in the hookah spot. But I feel like there's something else on.
No, we got the guys drinking day.
Oh my god, is that how crazy I am? So yeah, so I'm planning to do like a guys drinking thing.
I'm gonna come on, yeah.
No, you can't. So the plan is for and this
is the
fellas. So hopefully it'll be me, Al, Baron, my cousin Junior, my cousin Richie, and Jesus and Santi. So hopefully all of us we're planning to do like a brewery, and then after that, if everything goes good, we'll do drunk batting cages.
Oh, somebody's gonna get hit by a pitch.
Yeah. So yeah, I never done it. I know these guys have done it.
I've done that once, twice,
which would be fun, but hopefully we could do it with this COVID because I checked a few spots and they said you got to bring your own bat and all this shit.
Yo, we go to Modell's. They're closing down.
We could do that.
Santi got like 2 bats in his house.
For real?
The wooden bats. He got one on top of his door.
He got one on top of his door, yeah. So, yeah, we'll keep you guys posted, but that's what's coming up in August, and then hopefully we'll do Boston. And then, like we said, maybe in September, by Labor Day, we'll do that. And I'm sure other stuff will come up.
We're going to the beach.
I don't know. We just want to go to the beach. But we didn't get into sports.
Well, that's okay. We always get into sports.
Yeah, I mean, other than, like, the only thing with sports,
it's the what? Well, the major thing is Dodgers and Astros going at it.
We started the whole podcast with basketball. So basketball is officially starting in 2 days. This Friday today's Wednesday. So basketball starting on Fridays, which we're looking forward. To be honest, looking at the scrimmage games, out of all the sports that have come back, basketball looks the best.
Dude.
Without fans.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't really tell.
No, because you know why? They're smart. They're doing what wrestling does.
Oh, the Hookah's body's so going to play.
Everything, whether you see the fans, is dark.
Yeah.
And they're putting all the light on the court.
Yeah.
Which is smart. Blackout with the fans. Like, baseball can't do it. Baseball can't do it. They fuck these fake cutouts.
No, I don't mind the cutouts. You know what's crazy? It's just when the batter hits a foul ball, a home run, that's when it looks weird. When it's empty, like if they hit a foul ball, that's when you're like, okay, they Jedi tricked me, or Jedi mind fucked me with the bless you, baby. They fucked me over with the guys in the back.
Okay.
With the cutouts.
Yeah.
But once they go into a foul ball, that's when you're like, oh shit, this
nothing's
shit is
there.
Yeah, it's weird.
If baseball was able to black out the seats and just keep the light in the stadium, like for them, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But they can't do it because they need the lights, especially in these. They're not even playing night games. I haven't seen a night game yet. It's all day games that I normally, because I've been watching baseball more now than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching teams that I never would watch, but I'm just watching baseball because it's there. But
there's nothing else to watch.
There's nothing else to watch.
So once basketball comes on Friday, and they got the games coming out the back, like you got the Clippers versus fucking Lakers, you got the teams that are going at it.
Mm-hmm.
All you want to see is like major stars. Like in baseball, each team doesn't probably have like a major. Like if you watch a Milwaukee Brewers game, the only person you're looking at is that Yolich kid, whatever.
I think your brother's into Milwaukee Brewers fan.
Why? Oh, because he got the Milwaukee tools.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick it up
with the Yankees, you got the fucking Aaron Judge and all that. With basketball, you already know the teams that are playing. You got like fucking LeBron, you got the Clippers, you got Kawhi Leonard, you got Paul George coming back. Boston got the whole squad with Kemba Walker. So let's see how that goes with the basketball coming. Other than that, UFC was good on Saturday. We still got more UFC coming through. Wrestling's been kind of on and off. But everybody's waiting for the basketball season.
Oh, they're coming back?
Oh, they're coming back Friday.
Oh, really?
Friday's the first game back. It's 8 games, 8 more games for the regular season, and then after that, then the playoff begins right after that. A lot of people saying maybe the Lakers might be champions this year, but who knows? With basketball, it has to be on and off because you never know who's going to come from the East or the West. But I'm just glad basketball's coming back. It's starting July 31st, and it's going to run through all the way. If it happens with no positive testing of COVID-19, I'm towards the end of November, because so far they've tested everybody, over 346 people, and everybody's come back negative on the COVID-19, and that's because they're keeping everybody in a bubble area. Nobody's flying in, nobody's flying out. Everybody has to stay where they're at. If you brought your family, that's cool. If not, you can't see your family for like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, that sucks.
Exactly. So they're saying it's bad for the players that do have kids, but they're thinking about it. Okay, I'd rather stay in the bubble than go and play basketball and then go home, because you don't know if you attract. Exactly. Yeah. Like there's a football player today who announced that he's gonna opt out this new season coming out because he had cancer. He beat it. He has a son that's going through some illness, so they're in high risk. So he'd rather not play and lose the money he's going to lose and keep his family safe, which is understandable.
Understandable, yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Is your family comes first, no matter how much you're getting paid. So with these basketball players, what they're doing is like they kept everybody in one section in Orlando in Disney. If you come in, you have to quarantine for 2-3 days. They got to test you for those 3 days. Once you come out negative, then you can walk around the bubble.
Right.
And you could leave your hotel room, but you cannot leave that place to go here. If you have a family emergency, maybe you could leave, but other than that, you can't. So out of the 346 tests they did, all the tests came back negative. So basketball is doing it the correct way, doing the bubble whole thing. I don't think it's going to work for other sports like baseball, because you can't find a city big enough to hold all the teams to play in a bubble area. Same thing with football. They gotta travel. So that's where they're saying the Marlins team, half of their squad got positive, like 17 people in a baseball.
Because they live in Florida.
Not just that. The thing is, somebody in the Philly area, one of their workers was tested positive, and they're thinking that's what spread it around.
You think so?
That's what they're thinking. They don't want to blame the Marlins. You know what I'm saying? But I'm guessing it's the Marlins, because with baseball, I heard an announcer. You got older players and you got younger players. You got the younger players that once they play a baseball game, they want to go hang out because they don't have families. So they still want to do what they do when you go to a visiting city. You want to go clubbing. You want to go to a strip club. You're young. You're making money. You're young.
Yeah.
The older people in that baseball team, they just want to go to the hotel room, relax, because they got a next game.
Because they've already been done that.
They've been done that.
Yeah.
And they want to relax for the next game. So they don't know what actually happened, and you can't keep track of all that. You know what I'm saying? With basketball, like I was telling Yanni, is like everybody in that one area, before you leave your hotel room, you got to quarantine for 4 days. And you get tested like every other day.
But I think for basketball, they were saying, I think like Zion Williams was one that he went to a strip
left.
club.
No, it was Lou Thing from the Clippers.
He went to like a strip
To
club.
go get wings. Because he was hungry. And he left the bubble and came back. So now he has to go through that quarantine again before they let him go to his team.
But
with Zion was that he had a family emergency, so he had to leave. So now he has to wait, because he was supposed to play on Friday. Now he got to wait in his room to quarantine.
But they were saying is like with the NBA stuff, because they have to stay in like a designated area.
Yeah.
So they have to stay within Disney in this bubble. Like you can't. It's hard for you. you to hold people who are billionaires to tell them like, yo, you gotta stay in this place because they're not little kids. They're millionaires.
Not. Of course,
they got so much money. They're gonna wanna like leave and do whatever the fuck they want.
This is gonna test people because
this year is testing a lot of people.
Because
everyone.
LeBron's concentrating on getting that championship for the Lakers. So he's like, yo, I gotta go by what they're telling me. He's one of the superstars that is following the rules. You know, he got his wife, his kids that he's not gonna be around with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, for me to finish this season, I gotta go by what it is. And out of all the players that are in this bubble, LeBron's the biggest. Okay?
Yeah.
We gotta keep it 100. He's the biggest, and if he's making an effort to do it, that means everybody underneath him has to follow that.
Well, that's why LeBron is LeBron.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he wouldn't be where he's at if he was just chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So that's why I got a feeling that the Lakers are gonna go far in this whole new way of, because they're already talking about next year being a bubble already for 2021
for basketball.
For basketball. They're saying,
I don't think this is over. This is not over until they find a vaccine. And honestly,
Wave 2's coming in the wintertime, and a lot of people not thinking, but Wave 2's gonna be worse than Wave 1.
But I think they're saying that there's a vaccine almost finalized through Pfizer. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is that because of everything that's going on, basically, a lot of these companies who are working on the vaccines, they don't have a lot of restrictions. Basically, because we need a vaccine that it's open season for them to test and do whatever they want.
Right.
So I was just
because it's hurting everyone.
I was listening to a podcast, and one lady, I don't know what podcast it was. The lady's daughter works in a pharmaceutical company, and because her daughter was saying that basically there's no restrictions. Like before that, they had to deal with they can't do certain things before they. But now, like, it's open season. You could do whatever the fuck you want as long as you get the vaccine right. You could test whatever. So, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, I know, like, NBA is slated to start this Friday, and like Al said, they're playing in a bubble. Baseball, I believe the Marlins, I think from what I heard, they're done for the season. But I think Al was telling me they're probably done for like 8 games. But we'll keep you guys updated as the season goes. And then now with football, we have a lot of players who are just opting out. They're just opting to not play for the season.
Oh, I was just telling Yanni, one of the Giants, he opted out.
Who?
Nate Solder. He was our left tackle.
Yeah, so
he had cancer. Like 2 years ago, he beat it.
Mm-hmm.
His son is going through has some crazy disease, and he just has a newborn. So he doesn't want to bring that danger into the household. So instead of him going in and out, back and forth, he'd rather opt out and lose that money.
And I think they're only getting like 100. I mean, like for them, it's only 150, like $50,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a weird number.
But some of these players already been making millions.
Yeah.
You know,
as long as they're smart with the money.
I know they got to pay their agents, their lawyers, their house. But like you said, you got to be smart with your money. Like, I know LeBron, if he didn't play this year, he's not going to suffer because he's making whatever.
He can make money from endorsements.
It's just the rookies and the people that are not in that high criteria with like $30 million a year. If you're making, 10? That's still enough. Like, Bryce Harper was bitching and moaning, and he signed a 10-year contract for $360 million. Dude, you're only playing 60 games. You got to be smart enough to stay safe. You got no fans, and your team is staying away from each other. Now, I know you start getting hype when you hit a home run and you start high-fiving each other. You're fucking yourself up right there. Because now you're more in a crowded area. You don't keep your social distance. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to think, oh, shit. Now I got to go back home to my wife and my kids and stuff like that.
But let me ask you something. How long you think you could go without... Let's say you and your wife, or girlfriend, whatever. If it got to this point that it got so bad, how long you think you could take you two that you guys don't visit nobody, and that's including me and Yanni, Like, how long you think you could hold out?
Without visiting somebody?
Yeah.